Eddie Hearn, I asked you before, I said if you haven't seen a state of origin, Queensland, New South Wales, there you go. Jake Wyllie, Yusuf Dib, what a fight. What's your initial reaction?
Yeah, it's exactly what we hoped for, exactly what we predicted, but sometimes you predict a great fight and you don't get it, but it really was. You know, I thought it was closer than the judges had it. I thought Jake won the fight, but just a great clash of styles. I mean, Jake, all action, pressing the fight. Yui, great counter puncher, great jab. Couldn't miss him with the pullback right hand so many times in the fight, and just a really great pace fight with a red hot atmosphere and a great venue here. You know, it's the first time I've been here. It's an interesting spot, and I really loved it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like you said, it was a tough, close fight. It just seemed like Wyllie outworked him a lot.
I think so. Yeah, and Yui come over to me. It's always difficult, you know, when I'll probably get myself in trouble being too honest, and there's a lot of people that go, oh yeah, it's close, but Yui come over, what do you think? I said, I think you lost 7-3 or 6-4. What? I said, I'm giving you my opinion from ringside. You know, I think you got outworked. I think you landed some beautiful clean shots, but you know, Jake was always working. He was finishing on the body. You know, he won, I felt, most of the first, 3-4 rounds of the fight. And you know, finished quite strong as well. So a great fight, and I knew he can come again. You know, for me, you know, Jake Wyllie, after that tonight with that reception, I think he can actually come back and headline in Australia. You know, we always talk about these guys having an international fight, but it doesn't have to be like that. You know, Jake's got plenty of options now, and it was a good performance from both.
Yeah, and it was a rough fight. Like, I think I saw a borderline Batista moment there at one point. Wyllie on his head, like, yeah, how was that?
Yeah, I mean, they both landed clean shots. I mean, I think Yui rocked Jake a couple of times, and vice versa. You know, I think Jake hurt Yui to the body a few times, but they both stuck it out, and it was a really good fight.
Yeah, so you know, you promised before they will get that international shot. Is that what's next? I know I
think so, yeah. But I mean, like, Jake's a young man, and we don't just, you know, the plan is not to just take Australian talent and just box them overseas.
Yeah,
but they all want to get those international opportunities, and you know, I think what tonight does is it provides a couple of opportunities for Jake Wyllie. Obviously, firstly, the potential to fight overseas. He'll be top 15 in the world now at 140 pounds. And secondly, to headline back here, you know, in Queensland. Yeah, I mean, there's some great 140 pounders. You know, you've got John Manu, you've got Daryl Foley. Obviously, Kambosos has moved up and Jake's fought him, but
Josh Hadley, we've talked about.
Hadley, yeah, loads of fights. I mean, you know, Jake's sometimes spoken about moving back to 135 or down there, but you know, I think he's a young man that looks strong at 140.
Now, Skye Nicolson, fantastic performance, statement win, knockout in the second round. What can you tell us about that?
Really good. I mean, you know, I think you're always going to get criticism. You know, people say, oh, you know, it was you know, a soft stoppage. It wasn't really. If you watch it back, it was a beautiful body shot. Obviously stunned her and then hurt her again, but Skye's punching really hard now. If you look at how many punches she threw in that first round, it's probably more than she throws in most fights previously. And what was happening is she was boxing up at elite level, but she didn't really have the experience and the confidence to do what she's been doing in the gym. And it's been pretty smart. You know, she's kind of gone, look, I'm taking smaller fights now, dropping down the opposition, less money, but give me just a couple where I can just work what I'm doing in the gym. Now she's doing it, she's letting her hands go. And down at 122, she's punching very hard. You can see it on the pads, you know, and you saw it again tonight. The stoppage last time she got, the opponent was quite weak. Avashi Singh's not lost for 4 years, she's never been stopped. She's tough. Yeah, and she got her out there in 2 rounds. And you know, she's probably a little bit down, wanting more rounds because of all the work she's put in. But you know, it's just showing back-to-back stoppages of someone that hasn't really looked like she was going to get a lot of stoppages. And you know, now I really want to see her try and get another shot at the world title.
Yeah, is that the plan? Do you want to keep her at 122 and chase titles there?
I think so, but you know, she wants a Tiara Brown rematch, obviously. I think she can box at 22 or 26. I just think she's going to have a big edge at 122. You know, every time she faces off with someone at 22, people say, oh, you know, she's a weight bully. She's not. No, she's just a really big 122 pounder, but has got the physicalities to do damage in that division. Ellie Scotney's got most of the belt. She's going to try and become undisputed, but you know, I think she would really welcome the shot to run it back with Tiara Brown. I don't think Tiara's going to jump at that, if I'm honest, unless it's a big money offer, which you know, is the best fight in the division. So we'll have to see. But I would like to see her stay at 122.
I think, like, I spoke to her down there before, and she said she's had the new dietitian come in, and she's just felt, I've never felt so good, like, and energetic. She feels good at the weight. You know, I was watching her on pads like last week, and she just looks strong, sharp, fast. She come out there just. I was like, this is a whole different Skye.
It is. I mean, that was the criticism before, wasn't it? The boxing was beautiful, but when you go back and you count the punches and then the number of punches per round, you know, you see that it's 6, 7. It's all right, come on, boys, come on. 6, 7, 8 punches a round. We're talking about you, so. and now, you know, I'll go back and count the punches in that first round, but it was 30 or more. And you know, again, when you count the punches in a world championship fight, it was 5, 6, 7, and makes a massive difference. And when you're punching hard and you're landing that volume of shots, you're gonna end fights early. And yeah, she's, you know, I don't want to big her up too much, but she's turned into a puncher.
Yeah, she's here.
And you know, at 122, I think she's got massive physical advantage as well over these girls. People say she's a weight bully, oh, she's this. No, she's just a really strong super bantamweight, and you know, I'd like to see her get a shot at the world title.
Now, Alex Leapai Jr, what did you think of that fight? Absolute stat.
Yeah, I mean, look, Tom, the opponent's well out of his depth, and it's so hard to match heavyweights here. We see that with Terran as well. And you know, I think personally that Alex Leapai, I'm going to try and sign him.
Yeah.
I mean,
he says I want to impress.
Yeah, but I just feel like the upside of Alex Leapai, like you've got a 19-year-old kid with good bloodline, right? Good story. He's an absolute lump. He's 125 kilos, punches really hard, and he's 19. So why not try and develop him? You know, you've got to give fighters the opportunity. Skye's seen it with the team and the kind of people around her that take you to that next level. And I think if you give Alex Leapai the right team, obviously, you know, they've got Noel Thornbury, great trainer, great manager, but also bring in that strength and conditioning training, the nutrition, because he's a baby. But he's got the physicalities to be in real fun fights. So I'll be reaching out to Noel and we'll see if we can do something.
Yeah. Now, swinging over to Jai Opetaia, I know you had sat down with Tasman and Mick Francis yesterday. Is there any news there that we can...
Yeah, we've got probably a purse bid coming up with Sin Cara. You know, we talked to Mick about potentially doing a fight in Los Angeles. You know, we know there's a big Samoan community as well. I think he could come back and fight in the UK, to be honest with you. Obviously, the opportunity to possibly fight in Australia. But I spoke to Jai today, actually, because I invited him tonight, and he was not around. But he wants, you know, he's getting frustrated. And I just said to him, look, we're on it. Like, no one's trying harder than us. Everybody wants to make it happen. He's injured, but let's get this guy out. And let's crack on and try and make the unification early 2026. Yeah,
I think the whole of Australia is sort of frustrated for him. Like, everyone just wants to see him get that shot that he deserves because he's been putting in the work for years. Yeah. And we all know what boxing can be like.
He's a great fighter. We'll get it. We'll make sure.
All right, cheers, Ed.
All right, mate.